Good morning, everyone. It is November 19th. It is Clearview Talk. And what we're going to do is we're just going to look at the community members and we're going to look at everything about the community and how big politics it has affected down to this little community in all our towns. So basically, all you need to know is this is that when it comes to the fox being in your yard and you complain in, it goes to a legislature and bill where you're not allowed to hunt because they identify with the fox and they are the fox and they are all of it. And that's all you need to know about Clearview. So, how does that affect us? Signs and symbolisms will be their downfall. And that is all you need to know about that. So when someone uses a sign as a fox, that means they identify with the fox. You cannot hunt them if they're a criminal. And that's all you really need to know. And that's why everyone's frustrated. But basically, all you need to know is that there's still a lot of conflict that's unseen. There's still a lot of inner child in some people that just can't get through. But also, there is also see, even out here, you can't even use your own words. I get interrupted all the time. So all you have to do is just learn to roll with it. But basically, it's not complaining, it's learning to live about. So when you see the holding of the opposites, you can't even hear the extremes of life. True tears, true tears. So at least like I had said in my community, there's a big meeting that happened about someone not being able to have tax-free farm equipment, but others could. And I can definitely see that. I mean, that's a huge deal because they do get a tax write-off. But in reality, when we go about and we keep hearing, keep holding the vision, it's happening. A lot of us just need to see results. But then there's some of us who actually sit back and say, no, it really is happening. It's just not to be known right now. And then I have to say, as myself, knowing it is spell known. And that's all you need to know. So when I look at this, this is something that I had to encounter all the time as a visiting nurse. When you go about in your community and you hear it and you feel it and you see it, and they explain it to you as a visiting nurse, and then they say, wait a minute, how did you get to be a visiting nurse? I didn't know that. So that's all you need to know. But in Clearview site, it really is a dud when someone could actually be in politics and put on social media a bounty on someone who put up a sign, but then big government literally goes for it and says you can't even do it anymore. You can't even see it coming. So all you need to know is that everything lies within you. Everything. It is within you. You already know what to do. But how do you tap into that? So when you actually look about this, you have to say, is this a double mission? Are they serving the world around them? Because when you walk into the town hall, they're gracious. But then after a drink or two, they're on the CB radio calling it out, having a bolo on someone. I mean, professionalism as its best. So when we actually see this, the artist manifestation, creative accountability, what are they creating around here? Especially when I say the holistic crew, the one with the W, had such a great run through. They literally will do Reiki intoxicated. That actually happened somewhere. They were so connected to source that they actually caused a cervical spine issue. Now we got to go through the DPH. And that is where I have to say, we got to shut it down. And I say, nope, keep talking, keep talking. It really is. So when I actually see snow early in North Carolina after a hurricane, and then I see this card, Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down in Time and Nature. I want to say I don't think I should go out in nature because it reminds me of Rumaroo. So when I actually see it, the void, and I hear embrace winter, I mean that's all I've been saying. Just sit back, just get your stock up, get everything up where it needs to be, and just sit and be quiet. Trust it. Absolutely trust it. Because when I'm seeing the issues such as Lake and Riley, and then others in the subway who are actually not to be too much talked about. And then I see the way the transition team is for President-elect Trump. And then I heard the word preclude. And then I actually hear all these things. You can't even sit here. You just have to sit and watch. Just sit and watch. Take things with a grain of salt. That's all I am saying. I don't know about you, but definitely leave a comment. Definitely leave a comment. So let's actually pull out the poker cards because that's what I'm feeling that you should do, even in a farming town, because you got to see the numbers through to believe it. All right. Queen of Clubs. When you actually look at the Queen of Clubs and you say that it is not true, you have to be almost ghost-like a boo. That's all that it's saying. You gotta be a boo, a ghost, a little bit, and sit and watch and hear it and listen. The Two of Clubs says the knife and the steak and the fork to the plate of the known comes to roan, Roan. That is an old term known of getting it done by cleansing and clearing and smudging, that it actually truly is a devil to a demon around. The Seven of Clubs says go to the round table and sit at rent and rest and rake in the benefits. So the Two of Spades, who wants to come spirit all forms of the spelling, you can't make up what actually happened, not even in a small community, but all the way around. I mean, it's comical, like Calvin and Hobbes, the way they actually perform their act. What movie is it? What scene is it? I see act one, scene 4 through 2 of almost, I can't even say the movie. Wait a minute, it's not censored. There's no censorship. What movie is it? It's a combination of Monsters Inc. and Saving Private Ryan to all the way down to Ghost to a pond movie. You'll figure it out with the 10 of hearts on the table. Love is a do. Love is a do. The Queen of Diamonds says you can't even sue it, but I'm seeing so. So as I'm sitting here, like prohibition times, waiting for it to pop off, I had to say, who told you to quit your job? It was coming. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. So when I actually see community members just all of a sudden quit their job and they start something new, it really was told to them that they had to. You don't need to know the meeting. And that was a lot of the issues that we talked about is this uh genre and this also this how do you put it? General thinking of community to society that they are omniscient and omnipotent and also all knowing and know best, Know, and KNOW, even at 5 years old. So I said, wait a minute. My children, you're not going to talk to me like that. I'm a little bit older in soul than you. And that is true. But it's not a crime to spank your child. It's an old form review. Go ahead and call me out. So when I actually see my field and I actually see the way that society played out, I definitely can see where my town is concerned about little things down to the ant being in the house, because that's detrimental, absolutely detrimental, especially around here. We had a lot of issues in our area about Mansfield Training School and the Norwich State Hospital, where they ran you ragged to making roux in a cast iron, being like Appalachians. And you had like hundred thousands of dollars. And here you are, you're just done. So when you actually go through it and you actually see the way that some people perform, you can understand why. Are they criminal or not? They were cleared. They ran through it. They went through the process. None was found. What? A none. N-U-N and A-N-O-N. And that's all you need to know. So with that being said, for Clearview, what I'm seeing as a psychic is this. Just go about your day. And literally in a 4 to an 8, you will see something new come through to the whole point of it all. Whole point of it all. So when I actually continue to see Lake and Riley, and I actually continue to see the subway massacre, as they say, and they actually go through and they say, there's something about this that you can't even do it anymore. Just don't put your 2 cents in too much. Just sit, listen, and watch. And I feel, as I had said, that November was completely deemed to true universe correction, not universal collective, not paperwork. It meant no matter what coming forward, it was going to be heinous energy. You had just had to sit and watch it play out. Now, with that being said, what I'm seeing it as it comes through is something anew. It's all forms of the spelling that like this is a joke, but that's how the universe is. Now, when I'm seeing it in big politics to state politics, they're really looking at legislature. They're literally looking at bills. They're looking at the time guards. They're looking at the time cards. They're looking at everything to make sure everything was under what they call the formidable review. And when you sit there and you tank, that's when they know that you got hit. And when that happens, you can't even see it coming at all. And we say, no, there was nothing ado, nothing ado. So as everything is playing out, you might not like President Biden walking into the rainforest, but there's something about that, the way that he's at the podium and he just nonchalantly is stone faced and he walks into the actual forest and nobody goes to grab him. So then when that happens, you can't even see or say anything. Do you poke fun or make fun? Or are you going to be adult-like and actually see like there's still something wrong? Is it the inappropriate laugh because you don't know what it is? All of us watched it and they're like, he just walked into the rainforest. If I remember correctly, I don't think you're supposed to be in at the Amazon. That's not good. Just leave it and watch it and document it. That's all you need to know. Now, when that happens, you gotta pull rank. And when you pull rank, you see, no, it really is even into a little town here in Ashford. You sit and you have to say, what do you do when you do this? And it is you pull rank. You say, nope, my property. I'm the tenant here. No. And it goes all the way to that. So as the forewarning comes through, you have to sit and say something was ado because we're still talking about why Zelensky came over on foreign soil to bid something out as a plea. And then we see Netanyahu come through and speak on our congressional floor, which I have stated in constitutional law, you're not supposed to do that. It's against G7. It truly is a play out. It's a play out. Something had to be had where all of us are slinking around like a slinky dink, looking criminal, and we can't even do it anymore. You just can't even do it anymore. We already knew. So with that being said, where the rest of the week continue on going about. Listen as a grain of sand to a grain of salt to be it all. Sting it as soon as you see it and you hear it and you feel it and put it in its place. And that's all you need to know. So with that, Clearview is over for the next week and we will talk to you soon. Have a great day.